Have I/we been undervaluing this champion since he was released? What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? Just a reminder, if you didn't see that video from yesterday, there's a billion giveaways in that 500 challenge video. I would hope that you would go back, put a comment over there so you can be registered to win those things. Also, if we can hit 500 comments and or 500 likes on any video from now until the end of May, I'm going to be giving out cash prize to one lucky winner on the channel. So let's get committed to the 500 challenge. If you want to see the details, make sure you go watch that video from yesterday. YouTube kind of blocked it, so you might not have really seen that yet. Make sure you head over there and check that out. As for today, I am really frustrated with the lag in the game right now. If you have a fix to that you figured out since the last update, please let me know, because I'm very frustrated with the current lagginess since the last patch. But today, we're talking about Samson the Masher. This is a champion, unfortunately, I do not have. However, some wonderful people in the raid community have offered to let me on their accounts today to showcase this guy for you. Okay, not only does he look amazing, he also apparently is crazy good. Now, this is a champion that you can use in a lot of areas of the game. I think his primary purpose is going to be the different arena modes. That's where we're going to take a look at him today. But obviously, he'll be great in Faction Wars. I think he could technically help you in some wave clearing experiences, depending on where else you want to use him. If you're using him in this game, let me know where and how much you are liking him. Just so you know, or a reminder of his kit, he has a chance to stun on the A1. However, I don't think it's a good idea to focus on accuracy for him. His kit is much more designed to be a damage dealer. But if you're able to put a little bit of accuracy on him, as you'll see in my build today, just a little bit, then it can come up where you might get some stuns on the A1. I want to actually go to the A3 first, because he is going to put an increased accuracy buff on himself and all allies, and then also an increased crit damage buff on himself while gaining an extra turn. And I think that this grants an extra turn is what I overlooked in his kit initially, because if there's no extra turn here, this is not what you want to be doing in raid. You don't want to take a turn to put buffs up on your damage dealer. You just don't. And then that leads into this. Removes all increased defense buffs from enemies before attacking. Places an extra hit if this attack kills an enemy. So he's going to be particularly good against your opponent's teams that have an attack-based damage dealer, because you're going to kill them easily, and then you're going to put a second hit on everyone else. So you want to pay attention to what teams you're using to fight with him. He also has a passive of counterattacks, and that's really powerful, especially with that stun on the A1, okay? Decreases the damage he receives from crits by 20% too, so he's very survivable. I'm pretty sure this is now one of my most desired champions in the game. I'm pretty sure. I've been looking for this exact type of champion. On the free-to-play account, yes. On my main account, yes. Okay, all of those things. I'm confused about his aura, but it's fine. Like, defense in all battles is good. I just don't think it makes sense for his kit. Would have much rather seen that be HP, because he's an HP-based champion, okay? So, we are going to be comparing him today to a damage dealer that I recommend and use all the time in this game, and that is going to be Magnar. All right. Samson has much better base stats than Magnar, but they have the same-ish multipliers. Samson's multipliers are a little bit better, plus he has the increased crit damage. So what I'm thinking is he's going to be an even better damage dealer than Magnar, and I already love Magnar. So I'm really hopeful you're going to get my live reaction, and we're going to see how much damage these two can do in comparison to each other. They have similar builds. I'm not going to get them exactly the same. Like, I just think that that's impossible. But they do have very similar builds in Savage, plus a set that increases their HP. And we're going to go over that as well. You can read Magnar's kit. It does not matter, okay? One of the common mistakes is that a lot of people put accuracy on him, and I think that that's wrong. I really do. You want to get 2 hits here on the A2, and if you're placing HP burn, if you're doing all these things, you're not going to get 2 hits. And so we want the 2 hits to just kill people. That means to me we don't want accuracy on him. If you're building him with accuracy, it's almost like you have to build him as a support champion, not a damage dealer. And I don't think that that is the best use of him. But if you want to do that, I would just say, you know, go less damage and go more support. So, weirdly enough, he does have a defense aura as well. That's super weird. Now, both of these champions are good replacements if you do not have this... wait, what? Oh, he's a Banner Lord. Okay. If you don't have this ridiculous guy, okay? The 3 of these champions are the best HP damage dealers in the game, and they're all amazing. So if only one you have is Magnar, use him. He's probably better than a lot of your other damage dealers. Maybe all of your other damage dealers. That's how good he is. Terrace is obviously the best. I think Samson's going to be better than Magnar, but that's what we're looking to test today and showcase really the power of Samson. The first account that we're going to be on here today is going to be Lagfest 2023. Just kidding. The first account we're going to be on here today is Solok. Big shout out to this guy. Really appreciate him. This was sort of his idea. We were talking about how good Samson was, my opinions and stuff, and then we ended up recording a video on his account. So I really appreciate that. He maxed him out for this video, so thank you so much, my dude. And then in a little bit, we're going to switch over to an endgame account of my dude Birdbrain, who has some insane gear, competes for Platinum Arena, that kind of stuff. So let me show you the more relatable builds first, and we will test those, and then we'll get into seeing him in an endgame position as well. So let's start off with the Magnar build. You can tell there's still some accuracy built in here. That's really not necessary. I kind of wanted to get it lower than that, but you just want to focus on, with all of these champions, an HP banner, crit damage amulet with HP in it, obviously an HP ring with HP percentage, and then ideally you want a Savage set plus either resilience or immortal, something like that. You can even go protection or stone skin for another HP bonus as well. But those are the types of sets you want. Crit damage set, also a good set if you don't have you know, the ability to pair some kind of HP set. In all of your pieces, you're looking for crit rate, crit damage, and HP percent. You can have that on every single piece. You see we don't have that here, but we do here. I just rolled this on his account today. What a busted piece that is. And then you can see here, crit rate and HP percent. Crit rate on HP percent. HP percent and crit rate, right? So we're looking for those stats on every single piece, and that's how you maximize the damage on your champions. No blessing was picked here, but if so, I like Phantom Touch. Okay, I'm not going to put that on right now because our dude Samson doesn't have one, so I don't want that to be the case. Now, for live arena, one of the things that has become apparent to me is that the speed of your damage dealers is really important. If you can put them over 200 speed while keeping the same level of stats that you have, I would highly suggest doing that. I think you'll see a good improvement in your live arena win percentage by doing that. We got almost 76,000 HP, 242 crit damage on Magnar, which is pretty reasonable stats. If you can get him over 80,000, that is preferred, but you know, you can just do the best you can do. On the Samson build, you can see very similar thought process here, except I was able to get an immortal set here, and then same thought process on all the substats. So we have 247 crit damage and 82,000 HP. A little bit better stats on each of those, but that's because his base stats are better. So it was a little bit easier to hit those numbers. On Samson, let me switch to my stream overlay. Big shout out to my dudes at Epic Desk. If you want to use that code, it's there. Same thing with Rogue Energy. You can see here I went for flawless execution on him because I couldn't get the crit damage numbers that I was looking for, and so I wanted to make up for that in the Masteries. On Magnar, we took Helm Smasher instead, and on Magnar, we took Counterattack Masteries down here with Retribution and Deterrence. On Samson, I really wanted the extra HP. I wanted a little bit of accuracy. I wanted the Lore of Steel, and we took Spirit Haste as well. On the offense tree, these are pretty typical masteries that I like to take on my damage dealers. So, Samson is not booked, though, okay? Samson is not booked. That's going to be one of the important things to pay attention to, and Magnar is. So all of that together balances out to they should be about the same potential damage. So when we compare them, we can really see what they're capable of. So let's hop over into Dragon and set up a little damage test real quick, and then we'll see them in action in Arena. Okay, I got a nice little damage setup here. We have an HP Aura, we have Lydia, Magnar is the damage dealer, Gerbtuck, and Bad L to increase those damages. I'm going to double check the speeds real quick to make sure they're all faster, and then we'll hop right in. Okay, neither of those are geared faster than Magnar, so we'll just go with these three, and then I guess that'll probably be a little more relatable too. So let's hop in here and see what's going on. Alright, so Magnar should be able to clear this wave unless he weak hits. Yeah, I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Alright, now Magnar's double hitter here is obviously, this is the wrong affinity for him, so I guess Samson's going to have a little bit of edge. But what we want to pay attention to is where does he not weak hit? Okay, so he's doing about 70k per hit there with no other buffs. And then on a lot of those, he weak hits, okay? So let's take a look. We also have some other good abilities on him as well. His A3 is really strong potential for damage. You can see 91k there. And his A1, it does okay damage also. Yeah, we'll just kill you. And then A1. 40k, okay? Now, I wouldn't say he has the best A1, but you can see that it still does decent damage. And I feel like those are pretty reasonable and replicable numbers. Did I just hit replay? What an idiot. My apologies. I needed to hit edit team here. And Plarium, please fix your game because this is not on me. I tried a million things and literally when I only have raid running, it's still a laggy piece of crap. So please fix your game. Let's come in here and see with Samson now, okay? I don't know if Samson is going to shine as a wave clearer now that I'm seeing it and thinking it through because the reason why, I don't know if he's going to kill anybody with his first hit. So let's pump his crit damage. Oh, he is spirit as well. So he's also the wrong affinity here. Oh, well, that's very interesting. Okay, sounds good. I don't know if he's going to kill anybody, but you can see there 7880k, so a little bit better than Magnar. So I think that these two champions are going to be pretty comparable. Let's come back around and see his A1. So that would be 55,000, right? So that A1 is definitely better. And then once Samson is built, then he would really be able to do a bit more damage there once he's booked, excuse me. Let's hop over in Arena and talk about some teams that we can use these champions in. As you can see right there, pretty comparable, but they're only comparable because Samson didn't kill anyone, okay? So what we want to do is we want to target a team that has somebody who we can kill, okay? So let's throw Samson in here and see what kind of damage he can do with a team that hopefully we're gonna go first. Let's see how fast the Arbiter is, and then that way you will know, and we can gauge what he's at. So 348. 348 is kind of like an average, and he has a higher banner level. So I'm guessing we're not going to go first here. But this is the type of team that he would be really good against. Take it off auto. Aha, we did go first. Let's go. Okay, so Molly, one of my favorite champions in the game. She's going to provoke, boost the turn meter when she's attacked. Saris is going to strip. And then Samson is going to increase his crit damage. And then hopefully we're going to get the double hit. We have multiple squishy champions. Let's slow it down and see the damage here. Okay, and you can see the lag in action there. So 2 instances of like 60,000. So that's like 120,000 hit. Unfortunately, you couldn't see it seamlessly because of all the crap I'm experiencing in the game right now. So let's see if we can locate another team similar to that, which this is probably another team similar to that. And then we'll put in Magnar here, and we can really see what's going on in comparison, okay? So I would think we would go first against Gorgrab with our Arbiter, but you never know. There's some crazy Gorgrabs out there. All right, we got the first. We have the AoE provoke. We have the buff strip. And the thing about Magnar that's nice is that he's always going to have a double hitter as long as you put him on the right team. And, you know, he's not going to be hitting anybody with HP burns, so he's always going to get the double hit. Now, this is a weak affinity here, but I think he should still kill everybody. But you can see there, like, that's a lower damage output by about 20,000. So he was going from like 30 to 50,000 per hit, and probably some of those were weak hits. But Samson was going like 50 to 60,000 per hit. So you can see that Samson is definitely a better damage dealer than Magnar, all right? So what are some teams that we would like to use Magnar and Samson on, okay? They can either go on a speed team, which is perfectly fine, but they are also great on go second teams, okay? Where you can interrupt people, where you can, you know, just because you're survivable, all right? I like this sort of Pythion and Ultimate Death Knight team. I love Sethalia on this team. I think Samson would be a great addition to this type of strategy. So let's come in here. Where's he at? Right here. Put this in here. And let's see if we can go second and win this fight here, because that's really the goal with these HP-based damage dealers. I love putting them on this go second team. Now, he may have Trunda built specifically for this. But you can see he's really survivable here. Then we can cleanse this off. Then we can strip them. Then we can buff him. And then we can kill them. Okay, so see there. That's kind of a problem, right? We didn't kill anybody, and so he didn't get his second hit. I think that's definitely his weakness here. Another thing is, when you're building these go second teams, you could also put him in stone skin. I don't think that that's necessary, but you definitely could do it. Let's kill there. Oh my goodness, the swift parry, jeez. Okay. And then we're gonna finish this team off, right? I love the counterattacks. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. We can hit auto here and just let him go to work. Obviously, if he's booked, he's going to cycle back around to his abilities a lot faster than if he's not booked. But, you know, that's a lot of protection on that ninja. Unfortunately, you know, we didn't kill him in one hit there, but obviously we did win, okay? So Samson doing the majority of the damage there, 200,000. I still think this is a great champion, okay? I don't think his multipliers are that much better than Magnar, okay? And his double hitter is a little bit more situational. But you're getting that crit damage buff, which is absolutely amazing, okay? Before we run out of time in this video, I want to switch accounts so you can see what it's like gearing him in a real endgame account, and then you're going to be able to see a lot bigger numbers, I'm hoping, as well. So let's flip over to Bird Braid's account and get you that info as well. Alright, so we're over on Bird Brain's account. You can see that sick platinum avatar up there. Let's take a look at Samson's build here on his account, because what you're going to see here is a lot crazier numbers. Now, I'm pretty sure what he did was he took Terrace's gear, which I'm having trouble finding. Maybe, oh, he's right there. He took Terrace's gear and put it on Samson. So you know that this plat finisher who uses Terrace in his team is going to have some pretty good gear, and that is definitely the case over here. So you can see here a lot more HP, a lot more crit damage, okay? And he was able to get some accuracy on there as well. He is going to be fully booked, and he does have similar kind of masteries. He has a little bit different setup with his masteries with Opportunist. I like that. That's pretty cool. So we're going to take a look at this build and see what's going on. He does have crit damage and Savage, as I mentioned, as one possible option. But he is able to get, you know, Ascended Gear with crit damage on it. He's able to get some better stats over here, because I believe he has a finished Great Hall as well. This is the type of thing you can expect from an endgame account who's finishing in plat. Now, let's come over here to Arena, and he has some teams set up for me as well. You can see he's already up here. He's already fighting towards these. And we have some really difficult teams here, okay? So let's try to figure out and go run against some of these really endgame teams. All right, so let's go ahead and see this team in action here. Now, we have Sifi, who is a really great choice, obviously. Arbiter in there as well, and Warlord to shut them down. Now, it's possible that we would want somebody like Kymar in there to strip their buffs, or some kind of decreased defense, weaken type situation, since Samson is not as good as Terrace. Birdbrain normally runs this team against Terrace, or with Terrace, I mean. And so, since Terrace's multipliers are so good, we don't really need it. But let's see if we can clear it with just this. Yes, we can. Okay, sweet. And that is going to be how Samson is able to do this. And the better stats you can get on him, the easier it's going to be. So let's take a look at like a more tanky team and see if Samson can come in here and just crush this team as well. Because that's what we really want to know here. Okay, all skills are on cooldown. And can he kill them? Yes, he can! Alright, and that boosts us up into plat. Now, we do have some other options of other teams here. Like, we could try this. I don't think that Samson is going to do really well against Duchess, unless you were able to get some kind of decreased defense and weaken in there. I think Duchess's passive is going to be too much for him, because then he's not going to be able to kill people on that first hit. So I would be really careful about fighting Duchess teams with your Samson, but I think he's an excellent choice, especially a team like this where you have Duchess and Pythion. I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to kill them, because he needs to kill somebody in order to get that second hit. And that's what you want to pay attention to when you're targeting teams with Samson, right? If you're going second, you want a way to survive, and he gives you that. So then you can come in and nuke them after the fact. I like him in go second teams because you'll be facing off against more squishy teams. And if you have a fast enough arbiter, he can come in and do a great job for you there as well. So what do you think? Big shout out to Birdbrain and Solok for letting me on their accounts to showcase this amazing Samson champion here for you guys. I think he's an excellent choice for live arena. And these are some numbers that you can, you can be working towards on your account if you can't hit them yet. These are the kind of numbers that, like, endgame accounts can be hitting. I think it's even possible to go above this. I'm not 100% sure. So, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.